Hey, I'm John Cannell, and today on Preppy Kitchen, we're doing a very special Q&A.
I'm the Q.
I'm the answer. All right, well, it's been a long time since we've done one of these, but I get a ton of questions, so I wanted to make one video so they could be all together. So let's get started.
All right, first question, but I need food. There's no food. I don't work for free. You guys know I don't work for free. Okay, so just so people see, because I'm very fancy, I have Oreos, Andy's mints, and fudge.
Delicious chocolate fudge.
Yeah. Can I have milk? Do you care if I'm dunking Oreos on camera? I don't care.
No.
Question number 1. What is a simple but impressive cake recommendation?
This is the best one, and it's the one I like for my birthday. Olive oil cake ×2 with a mascarpone whipped cream frosting in the middle, lots of it, on top, and then tons of fresh berries on top. It's super easy to make, but it is like, it's so good that I make it my birthday cake every year.
If you like mascarpone cheese. What dish describes you? I feel like John is an Easter chick cupcake. I don't know. How to bake cheesecake without cracking?
Okay, this is a good question that I get a lot of times. Cheesecakes are so easy, but the cracking really bothers people. And all you do is in a watertight container, you can get a springform pan that's watertight or bake it in extra large foil with no holes in it. Pop it in a roasting pan and fill it with an inch of boiling water from a kettle. It'll give you a really even bake, it'll add some moisture, and you won't have any cracking. You'll have a beautiful, creamy consistency throughout.
Or just put whipped cream on top and call it a day. What is the hardest part about being landowners and parents?
I think that living on the East Coast, we just didn't know how extreme the weather would be.
We didn't know anything.
We didn't know anything, like everything went wrong. Like our well ran dry, everything.
Yeah, we're from LA, so like, you don't even have a basement in LA. A basement is just a place that you go to get murdered in a movie.
We don't have basements, don't have septic, don't have wells, and also winter won't try and destroy your house every year. So that learning curve was a little high. Yes. Also, like the pipes could freeze and your house could flood. All these things could happen. So you have to be very,
cyclones.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
Have to be very careful.
And frozen everything. Yeah. Ice that just barely covers bluestone.
Sketchy.
But like you can't see it. So you just
you have to be really careful.
In many falls, which is actually kind of terrifying and dangerous.
And then for being parents, I would just say that it goes so fast. It's like a one-shot deal. You never get a redo, and time is just marching on. So you want to be present with your kids, and also like little things like where I hold Lachlan or George's hand, and it went from being like the baby hand holding my finger, and then one day it was like a toddler hand, and I was like, what happened to the baby hand?
He just finished reading The Hobbit with the boys, and so we watched the movie with them, which was like a little borderline scary for a 6-year-old. And George would like bury his head in my shoulder and like pull a blanket over his head when he's scared, or sometimes when they're scared they cover their ears but they still watch. I don't know why. So like little things like that, like one day they're not even going to want to hold our hand or anything. So
I don't like the thought of that. This is so sad. That's why I try and hold their hands as much as possible, just because I'm like, that's a moment I'm never going to get back.
Yeah, I know. Like sometimes like I'm holding their hand and I want them to have the confidence to walk on their own. Yeah. But you know, as parents, you don't want to let go, but you have to let go. How do you brainstorm recipes? I know.
Well, I get a lot of requests, first of all. So people know like I love cheesecakes. I put a cheesecake on the channel, and then all of a sudden I'm getting asked for like a dulce de leche cheesecake, a pumpkin cheesecake, a Biscoff cookie cheesecake, a Mexican hot chocolate cheesecake. Like all these things come in. And
somebody just asked for a key lime.
Ooh, that would be good. I love that. I like key lime.
There are over 1,000 recipes on the site now.
That's crazy. People don't realize. A lot of people watch the YouTube channel.
Yeah, like somebody asked if this is what you do full time, and it's like.
Well, a lot of people watch the channel, but they don't necessarily know even there is a blog. It's like a huge repository of knowledge.
Encyclopedia Canal.
Yes.
Do you watch Succession?
I actually love Succession. I was sad that it's over now, but it was really good.
Oh, it is. I forgot.
Yeah, it's not coming back. First thing you ever cooked? I don't remember the first thing I ever cooked. I was like cooking forever. I used to like try and make my own lunches when I was in middle school. So I would like cook some fish and rice and veggies. That's what I did. I'll tell you that it was a learning curve learning how to
You cooked fish in junior high to take to school?
No, like when I was at home.
I was like ditching class.
I ditched class once.
I don't think I went to like a complete year of school in high school at all.
I ditched class once, and just so everyone knows, I'll share the story. It was around Halloween time, and all of my friends, because we lived in LA, we went to a place that rented out costumes to people, but also to studios. So we got some really legit 18th century French court costumes. Like my girlfriends were in hoop skirts, it was the whole thing. And then we dressed in those, ditched like halfway through school, and went over to like a fancy hotel to have an afternoon tea.
So, what was your costume? I would like a description, and I think they deserve one.
Well, had tights on, and like the short pants, whatever, like that with the bow on the side, and an appropriately, like ruffled chemise with a nice like silk embroidered waistcoat, and then an overcoat with that. I don't remember if there was a tricorn hat. There might have been. It looked good.
So anyway,
I have a picture.
Nerd. Is there going to be a new cookbook on the horizon?
What do you say?
Talking about that now. Lachlan is going to help us because he's been doing a great job with reading. They both have. So Lachie, what's that say? He's going to answer.
What is your favorite cookie recipe?
Ooh, good job. No,
Chocolate.
in general. My favorite cookies are the cream cheese cookies or the orange cookies. Orange cookies are really good.
Oh,
Those are Oreos.
How convenient.
my favorite was the sugar cookie.
Those were good.
Oh, wait.
George, how are the kids? Good.
You're skipping ahead.
How are the kids?
How are you?
They mean you. They want it. People who watch these videos want to know how you guys are doing.
Good. Good.
Good? Do you want to expand on that at all?
No.
No.
I'm just gonna throw a tea on my head.
You're going to throw what on your head?
A tea.
A tea. I don't even know what that means. All right. What is a special dish to you that has left a lasting impression?
For me, those are plates. For me,
Georgie,
I
by
think
dish, no. By dish, these people mean like recipe.
yeah.
So it's like, what is a special recipe that left a lasting impression?
For me, it's the ones I grew up with.
Oh,
So
what kind of recipe you like?
yeah.
My favorite recipe is pizza.
Oh, you love pizza. I love making pizza with the kids. They can actually make it from scratch. So
I can't, as you all know, I can't cook at all. One time when Papa was out of town, I made them lunch or dinner or something, and George looked at it and he was like, maybe when we're older, Dada, we can teach you how to cook.
no.
When and why did you start baking?
Well, I started baking basically when I was their age, and I was just helping my mom in the kitchen. I loved helping. I loved spending time with her, and it was something that just made me really happy. And then when I was a teenager, I started making like kind of more ambitious desserts. Like I remember one of my big moments was buying a bunch of chestnuts. I cooked them, I processed them, and I made chestnut bonbons and a flourless chestnut chocolate torte.
Oh, he's very good about it. Yeah, I'll do it. What are Lachlan and George's favorite recipes?
What's your favorite recipe in the whole world?
Chocolate chip cakes.
We do make a chocolate chip cake. Is that your favorite?
Yeah, I like those.
Okay, what's your favorite?
My favorite is spaghetti and meatballs.
You love spaghetti and meatballs.
Nicole the master.
Stick a cookie in.
Prep.
Pick your battles. All right, you boys, we're gonna take a little break because it is bedtime. All right, we're back, and I asked John to make one of his famous espresso martinis because the kids are in bed now. What do you like baking the least?
Cannelé. We developed that recipe for over a year. We were working on it off and on. It was like the never-ending task. But they're delicious. But not a year's worth.
What makes you the happiest?
Being with my family.
Are you going to do a garden tour?
We did one a long time ago, but the garden has changed quite a bit since then. We doubled the vegetable garden.
It just keeps growing.
And added like another garden, and it's like, there's a lot. I put a story of me pruning some of the apple trees on Instagram. So sometimes we post little things like that.
Can we please see an updated house tour? Loved your dining room, outdoor, and pet videos.
We should do a barn tour because the barn is done. We never showed anybody. I spent a lot of time redoing our living room too. So like I was hunting around on auctions for stuff and putting it together.
Any plans for a TV show?
Maybe, I mean, stay tuned. I would love that. It's a possibility.
Any new brownie recipes coming soon?
Yeah, stay tuned.
Do you ever bake with margarine?
I don't.
No.
I like butter.
Can you please do a sourdough starter video? I'm having trouble. Thanks. I thought, do we not have one? It's definitely on the site.
We have a sourdough. We shot a video for sourdough.
Right.
And
so it's in that video.
Yeah, and
you
know,
have a post that's just the starter.
I have a post on just the starter, but not a video. But we talk about starter in the video, and I just saw that, you know, like on juniper bushes, the little berries are like kind of white. That white stuff is wild yeast. I was like, I wonder if you could collect that to kind of like encourage your starter.
The more you know.
Something to try.
What's your favorite pie?
Ooh, you know what? My favorite pie.
Good.
That was good. Okay.
The combination of mint and Oreo is like pretty legit.
I'm gonna give you a couple favorite pies. One I worked on forever.
It tastes like mint though.
Maybe you have Andy's. I see a partially eaten Andy's mint right here, so I think that's it. My favorite pie, because I worked on it so hard, is the chocolate pie. There's like a chocolate silk pie.
Which are you?
And I think that's the one that I really like. It's like that much chocolate. It's so melt in your mouth with a really, really crisp golden butter crust and a mountain of whipped cream on top.
That was a Brian request.
That was a Brian request that I totally
I
like.
grew up going to Baker's Square, which has the most amazing French silk pie. If you're from the burbs like I am, and you went to places like that, like I did.
And then the other one would be a coconut cream pie, because I love coconut and creamy things.
Are George and Lachlan besties? They're the cutest. Thank you.
They're like an old married couple.
I've never seen like such extreme loyalty in my whole life, but their number one most favorite thing to do
from one way.
is terrorize each other, weaponize every toy.
If they're bored, it gets bad because they'll like.
Well, I think they're just twin brothers and this is gonna be like a lifelong battle. So like you just gotta like pick when you get involved and when you don't, or else you're like always running in a hamster wheel. All right, bedtime.
All right,
Wrap it up.
Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, check out my About Me playlist. We have other Q&As. Yeah, we have other Q&As in the farm tours.
Really?
Yeah, we used to do these things more often.
So old.
I know, but people might want to watch.
All right, well.
Bye.